If I want to create flowchart, so I have some symbols basically for that. Like first one right here, it is used if I want to begin and end a flowchart. So you need to remember that if the flowchart is beginning, so it has to be a shape like this, and it should must be having the corners of it like this, which means that they are rounded. So it should be starting be like this, and if it has to stop, then it has to go like this. So this is the way you will draw it, like start and stop. That means that if you create it like this, so this will be wrong. This is not acceptable. So make sure that whenever you are beginning your flow chart, your edges should be curved, like right like this. Then for the second part is your process. That means that if you want to show some actions, if you want to assign some values to a variable. So maybe like if I want to assign X as the value of 14, or if I want to assign maybe my student age to 0. So I'm going to use this symbol, this rectangle, which basically defines your process. And I explained you yesterday that in a code, if you want to like call a operation that has been there on the later part of your program, so you just need to name that in this box, and you need to write the name right here, right like this, sort list, like this. So this will call this program from later part of your code. So for example, if I have a piece of code like this, so this is my line number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, if I say that on the first initial lines, you have created the piece of code for sort list, and now you want to call it here again. So you have two options. One option is to write this code again, but this is going to take a lot of your space. So what you are going to do, you are going to call this code from right here. And if you want to call that, we are just going to use this box. Do you have any confusions?
Sir, is this in coding or when drawing a flowchart?
Hmm?
Is this used in coding or when drawing a flowchart?
This is only used in flowcharts,
Okay.
not in coding. When I'll come to code, I'll tell you. But right now we are focusing only on flowcharts, how to draw flowcharts, how to interpret flowcharts. Any problem till here?
No.
Then if you want to take the value of any variable, okay, so first tell me that what is the reason that I want to like take the input and output, like why do I need this process?
The input and output show the output shows the result of the flowchart,
Yes,
and input
output
is the
show
data
through
that you
the
put inside it.
results, and input is like when you are entering data into your computer system, right?
Yes.
So when
Yes.
you are entering data into your computer system, so now when you are developing the flowchart, tell me why you want to develop a flowchart.
To solve a problem or
No,
uh, compose a code
flowchart
program.
comes in the program development lifecycle stage 3, design. Why is this design more important?
The design helps
Yes,
to
yes, yes. So
explain
first
how
of all,
each task is
why
performed.
flowchart? Like why there is a need for flowcharts. The point is that it gives you the diagrammatical explanation of your code. It gives you the graphical illustration of your code. It gives you the graphical illustration of your code. It tells you how your code will work, right? Like if I say in terms of a flow chart, it will tell you that how each and everything will progress. So this is basically a part of your design,
Yes.
right? Like for example, you designed this flow chart and you went to your team or your boss who is maybe from computer science background or not. But the point is that this flow chart is really simple. Since it is a diagrammatical representation, since it is a graphical representation, so they will easily understand it. Any problem now?
No.
So for example, in your input and output part, now, if you want to take input of any value, you are going to write this command and statement. What is the command? The command is input. This means that any value that you are going to write here, maybe A, maybe B, maybe C, this is going to take you the input of this. And any value that is an output, and output is like generating results results to the consumer. Like if you want to display anything as an output to the user's screen, so you are going to use this output. So this is why I use input and output. And if you want to take an input and output, you are going to draw a parallelogram like this. Do you have any confusions in this?
No. Can you show me how it's used in an actual flowchart?
Yes. After I'm done with it, then show you. I'll show you the example. So first, I just need to clear your concepts. After this, we have the decision making box. Decision making box is used as like making decisions, like what actions you want to interpret or what actions that needs to be taken. So for example, you can write that if my value is greater than 10, just an example. So you can basically create a selection diamond like this, and then you can deviate your paths. Like for example, if this value is greater than this, then you should go right here. And if my value is not greater than 10, then I should go here. So then you can join this. So if you want to make decisions based on your actions, you will be using this symbol.
Okay.
We also have flow lines as well, but flow lines are basically used like when you want to show that at which part your algorithm is going. So when I'm creating a flow chart, so this is basically a category of your algorithm, but the point is that the coding part is the third part. First of all, we have analysis. First, we make the analysis. After that, we make the design of that. The design of that is based, right? It's based like upon that it's based upon the three categories. Like I can have either the flow chart, I can either have the structure diagram, or the flow chart like this. So I hope it's clear to you. Any problems still here?
No. No problems.
Hmm.
No problems.
Okay. Now let's check this question. This question says that tickets are sold for a concert at $20 each. If 10 tickets are bought, then the discount is 10%. There are tickets that are sold for a concert at 20 each. If you are selling 10 tickets, then the discount is 10. If you are selling 20 tickets, then the discount is 20. So there is basically a concert. Into that concert, you have tickets, like you have $20 each ticket. Now, if you are purchasing 10 tickets, then your discount will be 10%. If you are purchasing 20 tickets, then your discount will be 20%. And if not more than 25 plus tickets can be purchased in a single transaction. Now, this is the question. Any confusion in this?
No.
No?
Can you explain what's for 25?
What?
Uh, More than 25 tickets can be bought.
Okay.
What
It's
what's
like,
SC?
okay, okay. It's like if you went to the market and it's up to you, like how many tickets are you purchasing in one go. So you basically cannot purchase more than 25 tickets in one transaction. You cannot, yes, like you went to the shop and you say that I want to purchase 30 tickets. You cannot do it in one part. If you want to purchase more than 25 tickets, then you need to go, then you need to make two transactions, maybe 15 each. The limit to purchase the tickets is you can purchase 10 tickets and you can purchase 20 tickets. Any problem?
And
Hmm.
you can purchase 24, 23 tickets.
What are you saying?
Can we purchase 22,
No,
23, 21?
no, no,
No?
no. Only, wait. Yes, you can purchase 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, but you cannot purchase more than 25.
Yes, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, it's all. Now, this is the question, and now what I need to do is that I need to create the flow chart based on that. So let me tell you. So the first point, what you are going to do in your flow chart is that you are first of all going to start it like this. Like this, you are going to start it. You can see that it has the start option right here. This means that it is started, right? This is the first part. Now, whenever you start any pseudocode and algorithm, you need to take care of your program with two perspectives. Like, for example, if I am a programmer and I am writing a pseudocode or a flowchart, so I need to take care of two important things. One thing is I'm going to take care of my user, and one thing is that I'm going to take care of my code. So user is basically the version that your user will see on their computer screen. But on the code is only visible to the programmer, right? So this coding is also known as your backend, and user is also known as your front end. Now, first of all, whenever you are working with any algorithm or whenever you are working with any possible pseudocode, the first thing that you need to do is that you need to make use of suitable prompt messages. What are these suitable prompt messages? These suitable prompt messages are known the type of messages that you generate with the help of command output and you generate this because you want to tell your user what they want to input. So for example, I started my code right here. Then on the second step, what I did is that I used this programming word, which is known as output. This will always remain capital since it is a reserved word for your pseudocode or your flowchart. Then anything that comes in inverted commas, this is known as your message that you want to display to your user. So you can either call it as a message or you can either call it as a prompt. Now, what is the prompt? The prompt says that how many tickets would you like to buy? Like as from the programmer side, I code it. I gave this an output so that this message only, this message can be shown to your user. So your user will know that what I have to input. Like for example, if this message is not here and it suddenly asks you to input a value, so how would you know that what value you want to input? Are you getting my point?
Yes.
Now, can you repeat this?
Repeat what? The
Prompt
meaning
message
of
part.
prompt. Yeah, the prompt message is like when if you want to tell the user what to input, you're going to write a message to him
Why we do it?
so he can know what to input.
And what if I do not give any prompt or message?
Then obviously uh he won't be able to know what to input. And
Like even if you give the command for input, but you have do not have output it. So how would you tell your computer like how I'm going to do it? Right?
can you repeat? Yeah, can you repeat?
Hmm?
Can you repeat what you said?
I said that
In
even if I give the user the capability to input, but at the same time, uh, I have not given him the command to output. So how would the user know that what you have to input? So that means that you need to give suitable statement messages. Like as a programmer, you know what you want to input, but as the user is not going to see your piece of code. The user is not going to see your backend. So to tell your user what to do, you need to give the command that starts with output. Output means generate the result. Output means generate this message. Are you getting
yes,
it now?
yes,
And in your input and output box, which box are you going to use? This parallelogram,
yes.
right? Okay.
Isn't this the box for the
Yes. What? Yes, this is the box for your input and output. So do you
it's
have
only
any
for these?
problem? Hmm?
Okay. So it's reserved only for these.
Yes, yes. I told you right here in the flowchart symbols. If you want to create an input and output, you will use only this box. And if you want it for start and stop, you will only use this one. So can I move on? Hmm.
Yes, sir, you can move on.
Now let's check the third statement. Now, can you tell me this third statement, what it is representing?
It's asking for the input, like how many tickets you want to buy. You have to
Okay. And what is
write the
an
number.
n here?
Number,
N is a variable. What is a variable?
a letter.
Variable is basically known as the placeholder for holding values, right? Like A, B, C, right? It says input n. That means that now what the user will input here? What the user will input?
The number of tickets they want to buy.
Yes. And how do the user know that in your n you have to input the number of tickets? How?
The output,
Yes,
how many
they
tickets.
already give you the output. So any problem in these three stages?
No.
Okay. Now, can you explain to me the fourth stage? The symbol box, what we are doing in the fourth stage?
Yeah, I think if the number is greater, then, oh sorry, if the number is greater or equal to one, uh
Hmm.
sorry, if the number is less than, no, wait. Yeah, so if it's greater, then it's going to go back for to the start again. And if the number
Okay.
is greater than 26, which is not allowed, it's going to go back to the start again, because buying more than 25 tickets not allowed.
Hmm. It basically says that if your number is like greater than n, like if they went to purchase a ticket, so obviously the value is going to be greater than 1. Like no one would ever come there to purchase zero tickets, so that's not genuinely possible. So this is why they gave you this statement that the value of n should be greater than 1. And they said the value of n should be less than 26. Do you know what does it means? Why less than 26?
Yes, because you can buy more than 25
Good,
tickets.
good. So when you have a condition like this, that means that you have decision statements. So you can see that if the value is not acceptable, like if the value is 0 or if the value is 27, that means that this does not aligns with my question. So what it says, no, and where it is leading you, it is leading you to start again from this part. Can you tell me what does this means?
This tells us to like repeat the program. It's going to take
Yes,
us
it
back
will
to the
start
first
from
time.
again here, and it will keeps on going until your value is the one that is accepted.
Sir, can you explain this? Like, why does it say yes over here and no over here?
It is like if it do not accept your value, then it will go like this. Like for example, if your value is not acceptable, for example, if you entered like 0, or maybe if you entered 26, so this value is not acceptable, so it will take you to no part. You need to enter the value again. This generates an error. But if your value is accepted, if your value is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 till 24, 25, then it will take to this part. I told
Okay.
you in decision making, you have two parts. One is no, one is
Yes, I
yes.
understand.
So now you can see that the options is restricting. Now it will ask you that is your value less than 10? Why? Do you know the reason?
The value is less than 10, then no discount.
Yes, because they told you into the question that it should be, the value should be like if it is less than 10, that means that it gives you the discount based on that. So what you are doing is that you are checking the discount. So which discount should you give, right? Like 10 or 20. So if your value is less than 10, then what it says, the discount is 0, right?
Yes.
If your value is less than 10, then it says discount is 0. But if your value is less than 20, that means your discount is 0.1. But if it is larger than uh, this 20, then you will go on to the no part, and this will say your discount is 0.2. And then there is the equation that cost is equals to and multiply by 1 by d, 1 minus d, that basically calculates the your cost. This is a formula. So whatever the value is of your discount and the number of tickets, so this is calculated right here.
Can you explain this part? Uh,
Hmm?
can you explain this part again? Does this mean
Okay,
multiply?
sure. This says cost is equals to n being multiplied by 1 minus d. So, for example, if your number of tickets are 15, so if you have number of tickets of 15, 1 minus d. Is 15 less than 10? No. Is 15 less than 20? Yes. That means the value of discount is 0.1. 1 minus 0.1, you will guess your cost with the level of discount you want right here. Are you getting it now? Hello.
Can you explain it again?
Yes. This is the equation. What are the number of tickets? The number of tickets are 15.
Okay,
So what will I input here?
you're going to write 15 as
Yes,
the
I
number.
did it. Multiplied by 1 minus d. What is going to be the value of d?
The discount
Yes, I was using 15. So is 15 greater than 10? Yes or no?
is greater than 10.
Sorry. Is it less than 10?
15 is not less than 10.
Okay. Then I'll come here. Is 15 less than 20?
Yes, it's less than
So
20.
where will I go?
0.1.
What is the value?
0.1.
What will I add here?
0.1.
Okay, this is I have done here.
Okay.
And now any value of it will be calculated here. Any problems right now?
No, I understood how to replace the variables.
Yes. So in the end, it says output. Inverted commas, it will give you the same message. Like it will output this to the user. Your tickets cost, and then this is a variable. This variable is from right here. So whatever the value we will get here, it will be output like this to your user, and your flowchart will stop.
So in the example, we have to make flowcharts like this.
What?
In the exam, do questions come where we have to make flowcharts?
In your exam, questions will come where you have to work with flowcharts, that is a trace table. So I need you to practice it with me.
So like, how did they make this discount? Wasn't the discount 10% for tickets that are more than 10?
It is
Uh,
10%.
did they write it
But
0.1 and
this is why.
0.2?
But they have two options. They can either write 10%, but you just cannot multiply it. So, but if you write 0.1, like convert this percentage into numbers, then it will be 0.1.
Okay. And why did they do it? Well, why did they do 1 minus 0.1 over here?
1 minus this is basically their formula to calculate the cost.
So in the example, I also have
It's
to make
it's
a
already
formula.
given in the question that you can calculate the cost by this formula.
Where is the where is it in the question?
Uh, in this question, it says that you need to calculate the cost for it right here, but you don't need to get into this that why they have given you this formula. It's just a way that you are calculating it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so just do one thing. Can you please join the same link again? Just click on it and come back.
Sure.